Shalom. I'd like to start up by saying Kyle Halayim, La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakak Wadash, my Mob. Double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone, and my elder Herawan as well. Salutation to the Akim that are pushing the truth, the sincerity, and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. I'm Kanaksa Anban Yasha Aleph from the Lions in the Yasha Aleph camp. And this lesson, I want to, go into the art of fishing. I like to fish other than doing the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. But I actually like to fish. I'm from, Georgia. I'm from the country. And I grew up on fishing and hunting and things like that. And I took a better liking to fishing than hunting. It's just the peaceful art of fishing, angling, and how you draw the fish in with your lures or your net. You have all types of different tackle, types of rigs that you use, and different types of bait. You got to watch your tides. You got to really watch. You got to pay attention to a lot of things and watch the atmosphere when you're fishing. And let me try to adjust my microphone a little bit, slack. And so it's actually an art in what we do for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because he told Peter, "Come with me, I shall make you fishers of men." So I kind of wanted, through the Spirit, go into it a little bit, like, dealing with the art of fishing and how there's really a technique behind what we do in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Lord, when this lesson edify and serve this purpose for the hopefully elect, the ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. So I want to start off with, I Google searched the art of fishing, right? And one particular thing that came up was, what is the art of fishing? All right. It says, angling is the art of catching fish. All right. Whether fishing for saltwater or freshwater species, it involves enticing a fish into biting or striking your bait or lure. Most people go fishing with a rod and reel, right? Pay attention to that. Most people go fishing with a rod and reel, line, a hook, a sinker, and bait or lure, right? So most people fish with a rod and a reel, right? So let's go to Revelation chapter 11. Listen how, it's an art behind what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai set up for us to do, Revelation chapter 11, verse 1. And it says, "And it was given me a reed like unto a rod," right? That's a measuring tool, right? "And an angel stood, saying, Rise and measure the temple of Yahweh," right? "And the altar and them that worship therein," right? So, it's a measuring tool, but it's used, right? It's used to measure. It's used to measure the elect of Israel, right? And that's what's used to lure the elect of Israel in, the reed, the rod, which is the word, the Bible, It says a writer's reed, a pen, a subscription, like, that's the word, All right. So now that not only do we measure the children of Israel with that rod, with the scriptures, the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and that's what we use to bait them in. You get what I'm saying? All right. So keeping that in mind, all right. Slack in me. Something real quick. So keeping that in mind, the reed like unto a rod that was given us given unto us to measure the children of Israel, the elect, right? It was also given unto us as a way to call upon, or to entice or lure the elect of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? Because what the scripture say, they shall hear a word behind them say, this is the way, walk ye therein. But 2/3 of our people are not going to walk, right? They're not going to take the bait. All right. So this is Matthew chapter 4, verse 18. And it says, and Yahushua walking by the seaside of Galilee saw two brethren, right? Simon called Peter and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, all right? For they were fishers. We're going to come back to that in a second. So keep that point in mind, casting a net into the sea, right? For they were fishers, right? So they love to fish physically, like how I love to fish physically. I go out to the water. It's peaceful, man. It just does a lot for you. It teaches you patience, and you have to have patience dealing with, you know what I'm saying, and being in the truth, man. You have to have patience dealing with these people, because we don't know who the elect is, and sometimes Israel's hard headed. But we never know at what point that, and certain individuals that Yahweh Shema Shai is going to soften them up and allow them to accept or take the bait, All right, so it says, and he saith unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And they straightway left their nets and followed him, all right? So follow me, I shall make you fishers of men. So from there, I want to go to Luke chapter 5, verse 1, because Yahweh Hashem Shai said he's going to make us fishers of men. And fishing takes patience, okay? There was a time I was fishing with a buddy of mine a while back, probably about 10 years ago, and we had stayed out fishing all day, weren't catching anything. And I was just like, wait. All right. And then as he was like, man, fuck it, just pack it up and go. And as he was packing up all his stuff, because we had like 3 poles apiece, right? And we packed up all of our poles and tackle and everything, nets and everything, except for the 2. And right as we was about to grab those, 2 big ass fish hit the line. Yoom! I'm talking about they taking drag, zzz, and I'm reeling it in. His was slow dragging, like hitting the bottom. So you could tell we had 2 different types of fish. So I'm reeling mine in, right? And as I would get it close to the dock, it would, get real, forceful and shoot off again and take drag, zzz. Right, I was doing this for about 20 minutes. He's the same. We haven't even seen what type of fish it was yet, right? But the point of the matter is, we were waiting all day, and at that last opportune moment, right when we were about to pack it all up, 2 fish hit the line, right? So that's why I want to go into Luke chapter 5, verse 1, because we have to have patience and being fishers of men, just like how you have to have patience doing regular fishing in the water, right? We're in the sea of people. Casting out a net. I'm gonna get that too. But Luke chapter 5, verse 1, it says, and it came to pass that as the people pressed upon him to hear the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he stood to the lake of Gennesaret. It said, and saw 2 ships standing by the lake, but the fishermen were gone out of them, and were washing their nets. And he entered into one of the ships, which was Simon's, and prayed him that he would thrust out a little from the land. And he sat down and taught the people out of the ship. So Yahushua was on the ship and teaching the people, but he was in the sea, thrust away a little bit from the shore as he was teaching. That's how loud his voice was, man. It says, now when he had left speaking, he said unto Simon, launch unto the deep and let down your nets for a draught. And that word draught right there, right, means to let down your net for a catching. All right. For a catching. They're loud as hell outside being fucking demons, bro. God damn. All right. So it says for a catching, right? For a haul, for a drawing up, not drawing up, for that which is taking and hunting. All right. So for a catch. All right. So Yahushua told Peter, let down a net for a big catch. And it says, and Simon answered and said unto him, Master, we have toiled all the night and have taken nothing. Nevertheless, thy word I will let let down the net. Right. So like Peter was like, there's no fish out here. Why are we continuing to fish? There's no fish out here. Just like how it was told to our elder at one point in time during the older camp before I came in along that there's no fruit here in Jacksonville. Right. But you have to have patience. There's an art in what we do for Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Yeah, you know the breakdowns, and you might know some of the breakdowns, and but things like that. But there's an art in knowing what you know and how you deliver it to the people, man. It's a song, and you can sing a song plain, but you can sing it in an enticing and intimate way that draws the attention of those that is supposed to spark the attention into. All right. But never just say just because nobody's listening to you at that moment that there's nothing to be heard. You get me? All right. It says, and Simon answered, Luke 5:5. It says, and Simon answered and saying unto him, Master, we have toiled all the night and have taken nothing. Nevertheless, at thy word, I will let down the net. And at the word of, sometimes we go out and nobody's even paying attention to us. We're doing all this teaching and everything, being very edifying, and people just walk past. Or there's nobody out there, and then all of a sudden somebody comes out of nowhere. Hey, what y'all talking about? It says, verse 6, it says, and when they had this done, they enclosed a great multitude of fishes, and their net brake. Right? It says, and they beckoned unto their partners, which were in the other ships, that they should come and help them. They came and filled both the ships, so they began to sink. All right. So that's how all of a sudden that's what's going to happen, right? When hell starts to break loose and we get those spiritual powers, that's when the whole abundance of fishes are going to come in. But we have to be patient right now and wait on that school to come at that opportune moment, because we already have the bait that we need. We have the truth in Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. You know what I'm saying? So verse 8, it says, when Simon Peter saw it, he fell down at Yahushai's knees, saying, depart from me, for I am a sinful man, O Lord. Right? But, even though Peter rebutted against Yahushai, he still did what Yahushai asked him to do by doing the work. Letting down thy net, which is the word, man, that we use it as a net or a fishing rod. That's what we use to lure in the elect. That's what we use to get them to bite on it. So, but he still did the work of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai by letting down his net. It's in verse 9. It says, for he was astonished, and all that were with him, at the draught of the fishes which they had taken. So they had physically taken up all these fish, right? But Yahushua was showing them what they were going to be doing with men, with people that believe in Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Man, it's beautiful. All right, verse 10, it says, and so was also Shlakia. And so was also James and John and the sons of Zebedee, which were partners with Simon. And Yahushua said unto Simon, fear not, for henceforth thou shalt catch men. And that's the point, man. From henceforth thou shalt catch men. And that's what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to set us up to do, man. Be fishers of men. And how they brought in all those fish physically in abundance. That's what we're going to do in the near future in abundance at one time. There's going to be listen, when shit starts to really hit the fan, it's going to be so many of the elect turning to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua in the last hour, man. We're going to have to call for help. We're going to have to call for help, man. Hey, there's so many people over here, and Yahweh by Shem Yahushua is setting us up for that, man. Well, I remember when the camp was just me and the elder. Now it's like 18 of us. Man, that's beautiful, man. And With that, I want to say, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. We are fishers of men, and we're going to reap in abundance in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, like Sekal, Halayim, La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Harakah Kodash, my mouth. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and my elder Herawan as well. Salutations to the argument that are pushing this truth and sincerity and truth, and peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Shalom.